Welcome to one of the most beautiful spots in Tokyo that I like to come to when I want to relax and reflect on life. Kanai and I were here a few months ago eating a bento in the spring and reflecting, and this is Tokyo Bay, beautiful city of Tokyo. There's the Rainbow Bridge in the distance, and if you turn to the right a little bit, you can see it's over that building, but there's Tokyo Tower, and this area gives you an amazing view of the city and all the boats that go by. And if anything comes by, I'll turn the camera around. But because of the situation that we're in, how you doing? There's not a lot of boats going by right now. There's not a lot of people here either. And I wanted to take a moment to talk with you about the last 6 months in Japan. How has it been, and what the pandemic has done as to not just me, but to the channel and to all of you. And from this point, I guess the six month point on, we're going to see what the next 6 months bring. I'm an optimistic person, so I believe that the next 6 months is going to be a lot better. It is wickedly hot. That's right, Victor. It's like it's close to what, 40 degrees here, which is over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And you can see there's not a lot of people here. There's just one fisherman down there. The Obon holiday is over here in Japan, and people have gone back to work. I'm back to work too. I'm editing, but I'm lucky I get to work at home, and I can take a break and ride my bicycle out to here, which isn't too far, maybe 20 minutes away from my house, to just kind of relax, get some sun, and then go back in. And I thought I would take this time to talk with you. Now, when this started in January, I could kind of see the direction that this is going to be a big problem, and I started live streaming on Only in Japan Go to give you updates on travel to Japan. And it wasn't long after I started doing those that they started to cancel flights, and procedures came into place where a lot of you weren't allowed to travel into Japan. In fact, many of you have lost your... There is a beautiful breeze, by the way. Maybe you can hear it in the microphone, so it's not as bad, but it's still pretty darn hot. But a lot of you had to cancel your trips. March, April, May was very difficult and complicated for so many of you, including me. And I had to cancel a lot of location shoots, including Aloha, including a really interesting video at Fukushima in the town that was affected. I had access to go and film an amazing episode to bring you the history and a look into it. Next year will be the 10th year anniversary, so I'll do something special for that. But I had to cancel that in March, and that was really heartbreaking, as well as some other things. The new channel launch was also delayed because of the pandemic, and a lot of people lost their jobs and are still hurting out there. I see the news that's happening in the U.S. We've had riots, we've had a lot of misunderstandings and understandings and shifts in life, and people don't like that. And I think that the first 6 months of this pandemic worldwide have been really hard, and it's important to reflect back and see how this has impacted your family, and also kind of look forward and see how the next 6 months is going to be. So for me and Kanai, there were some really good things that happened out of this pandemic or lockdown. Or we didn't have a lockdown in Japan. And the great thing about this live stream is that I'll be able to talk about that and interact with you all about this. Welcome everybody. Eugene Holbert's here. Hey Eugene! Shout out Irvan! Gillette Fusion. What do you mean, Irvan? What do you mean? This is fun. Jeff Ang, hi. Here's something for a snack fun. Jeff, I'm gonna put that. I already put that to work, buddy. I took an IOU on that, and I bought something. Shane is here. How you doing, Shane? No Gillette fun. I'm actually using the Schlick, which I kind of prefer the Gillette, to be honest with you. But the last 6 months, I've seen a massive change in Japan, and I've seen a massive change in the way YouTube also works now. In the beginning of this pandemic, a lot of you might remember that I couldn't even use the word coronavirus or COVID-19 or pandemic because it was considered a sensitive event, like like something at a school that happens that hurts people. I can't even say that, but and I understand YouTube's policies with this, and I respect that very much. But this led to I don't know, people not talking about this enough at a very critical stage when this was starting to get out of control. I could feel the direction back in February, and that if you go back through the Only in Japan Go channel and you see the first live streams, you'll be able to, I am melting, you'll be able to see how, I don't know, we saw this coming, didn't we? We could see this coming, all the problems that happened. And Japan is, I'm very fortunate to be here in Japan during this pandemic, because I think Japanese are a little bit better with masks and protection and listening to the government instructions and things like this. I understand why people might be skeptical of that, but we've had it pretty good in Japan. The numbers are much lower, maybe because of the testing. I don't know. All I know is that we look around and we see that people are doing their very best as a community to try to keep everybody safe. Not everybody is perfect here, as well as in any country, but we're doing our best job to do that and keep our families safe. Over the last 6 months, I've seen a massive change in the way that we interact with each other, in the way that we go shopping, in the way that we live our lives. More mail order, more reliance on other people to get the things that we need, and more reliance on ourselves to cook for ourselves and take care of each other, I think, and that's been a good thing. Kanai and I have spent so much time together. That's a good thing and a bad thing too, but these are the times, the toughest times that also build stronger relationships. And I think over the last 6 months, we have built a stronger relationship too on Only in Japan Go. I've brought you into my house more. You've gotten to see me when I'm unshaven in the morning, camping in my tent in the middle of the night, talking, seeing pictures, hearing stories, and that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. I got a couple of things here. I did go shopping before this. A lot of people can't spend time with their families, but I don't need a haircut. I need a haircut. Yeah. I got to be shaved down by my wife, which was really nice. But you guys are like family, and that's really important to me. And so when I go live, and this was always the case with this channel, whenever I was maybe lonely or I wasn't feeling good, or I had something that I really wanted to share and I was alone, I never really was alone. And on this series, we never really are kind of alone anymore. We can just connect with one another through the internet and hope that we all have each other's backs, because it is a tough time. And the community here has always had mine, and that's really good. Cheers to building relationships. Thank you, Michael. Absolutely. Speaking of building relationship, I'm gonna build a relationship with this logger. This is just starting off with the 6-month celebration or memorial. I don't know how you put it, but it's a non-alcoholic lager. I've never seen anything like this before, but I thought the design was pretty unique. It's made in Japan. I figure this is for tourists, maybe. I don't know. Like putting a ninja on a beer is not. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But I'm not drinking any. Booze, and that's good. It's alcohol content, not 0%, but 0.000. They went to the third decimal point to prove that there's no alcohol. So I wonder how this really is. Ninja back in the Edo period, ninja is not allowed to drink alcohol, I believe, because of their code, and at any moment they could be called in. They don't want to be plowed. It's also written in Arabic and in Hebrew, I think. They all come together in this beer. This is Peace in the Middle East, Ninja Lager. It's halal certified, and there's Arabic on the side. I love this. It's all put together. Ninja for peace. Kanpai, everybody. Oh, that is so bad. Oh, God. Oh, what is that? That's not lager. That's not lager. Now I know the secret of this beer. They make it taste so bad that you forget about all of your disagreements with other people and you come together and talk about how bad the beer is. Oh, it's like soda water with chemical tasting malts, and tastes like, has an aftertaste of dog food. And I've never eaten dog food, but if I have, I believe it would be something similar to this. Let's just say that Ninja have a different standard of beer. Maybe because they don't drink it, they don't know what it tastes like. Yeah, I'll be going back to Sapporo Red Label, Red Star. That's the original here. But it's, sometimes we have to take a break from drinking booze, and that's not always good to do either in a pandemic, especially during the daytime. Now, this is the snack that I bought for all of us. Chasiu, get the real one. Okay, you got it. Okay. And Raymond says we need to add something a little bit stronger here. So this is a really good one. This is an ahi poke don. I believe this is like a Hawaiian thing, right? Ahi is maguro, is a Hawaiian for maguro or something, I think. So what we have here is a maguro avocado don, and I guess they put the fish and marinated it and put it on there with avocado and rice. There's a little bit of lettuce. I thought it was healthier. That was a healthier option. And don't worry, I do have a backup drink. I did not rely on the Ninja Lager. I did bring Mugi tea, which is barley tea, and it has a lot of minerals in it for summer. And a lot of people drink this because it's good for you in summertime. So let's give this delicious bento a try. By the way, this is the last. Another reason they'll be live streaming is this is the last voyage for Chelsea, which is the DJI Osmo Mobile 3, which has been very, very bad lately. It's bad girl. She's named Chelsea for her unreliability. So, and if your name is Chelsea, by the way, it's a different Chelsea. Okay, just all right. Let's give this a try here. Oh, that's good. This erases the memory of that Ninja Lager. This is really good. Hawaiians know how to eat, man. Wow. Raw fish, marinated raw fish on rice. It's so simple and it's so good. Put that in the shade. Yeah, Chelsea's at the end of days. Stephen Clark, thank you. Welcome as a traveler. And Robin Smith, get some proper biru. Yeah. I'll stop by on the supermarket in Toyosu on the way back and get something a little bit proper. That was just really bad. Oh, good God. Why would they do that? Oh. Anyone want to guess what I'm pointing at right now? Anyone? Bueller? We have a sighting of a boat that during the pandemic, no, not the zipper boat, but during the pandemic, Space Boat was very quiet and really didn't have a lot of people to ride her. I guess it's a her. And yeah, there she is. And there's like 6 people on top. I can see that in the distance. Let's zoom in a little bit. Zoom in. Loss of quality there, but it's more of a pixelated blur, but yeah, there are people there. That's kind of nice. It's nice to see Space Boat back on there and helicopters on a very sunny day. Tokyo. It's not a love boat, but I bet you people have fallen in love on the Space Boat. You get it. This is the best place. You get a view of everything. Check that boat out there. Shane's giving super chats for Space Boat. I'm gonna have to ride her now. Look at this boat. This is one of these boats. I've seen these in Singapore, and they were like boats that had wheels on them, and you could drive and also swim. You know, amphibious boats. Where else did I see these traveling? It was Singapore. And this one's giving a tour out there. I guess there's people in there. So, Japan is. I want to get back to. I'm in Toyosu Maguri Park, which is right over there. Actually, hold on a second. It's hot. My shoes off and the deck is really hot. Just over there is beyond my bicycle is Toyosu Fish Market. I was here just yesterday, just on the other side, so I wanted to come here on a beautiful day to relax and take it all in. There's a sky tree as well. You see that in the distance. Yeah, Duck Tours is one in Singapore. I think that's the one. Kanai and I were there a couple of years ago, and we saw that duck tour, and we were like, we've never seen a boat like that before. So whenever I see them, I'm like, Singapore. Yeah, we have great fans in Singapore. All right, back to the last 6 months. So besides a lot of my shoots being canceled, NHK shoots, a lot of shows are still offline. Tokyo Eye came back on, and instead of doing tourism stuff, Tokyo Eye on NHK moved over to covering the coronavirus and how that's impacted Japan and promoting small businesses. And this is the way, if you remember in my first video on the new Only in Japan channel, I focused on this is one of my focuses, and I'm so glad that NHK is following my lead. Now they've always done that. I don't know. It's good though that they're focusing on small businesses and taking a look on how businesses have been affected by this. And they have a new episode today. Director that I know that worked with for many years made a pretty good, nice episode. And there's no doubt I'll be back on the show, Tokyo Eye, again in the next couple of months. There's a lot to cover, and I love factories. So that'd be pretty cool to do that. Bob Joe writes in here, here's for some more brews. Cheers from Oregon, which has some of the best. Peter talks about him all the time. He's a Portland guy. Yeah. So I'm going to get back into some of your questions here. It's hard to see the screen because it's gone dark from the heat here. What are some of the other things that we learned here? Just yesterday, we've learned that Japan has a long way to go. Japan is not a country. And I don't really say anything critical about Japan, and there's good reason, because you know, when I'm not Japanese, this is my home. The country's been really good to me. I say that a lot because this is a safe place with a really good quality of life and delicious food and friendly people that you get to know if you learn the language, and you can fit in your way here, just like anywhere else in the world. You can make a home, and you know, my wife is Japanese, so I really love Japan very much, but it's not a perfect place. There are aspects of Japan that really need improvement, and I try to find positive ways to find those kinds of solutions. One of them was this whole testing, and the way that they've been testing for the coronavirus here has been so slow, and it's not surprising to me. It's not surprising to a lot of people, just because Japan is a country that laws and decisions are made on a consensus of a lot of people. And this is also a reason maybe why I'm not on making videos with that other channel anymore. Just decisions take too much time. They must come with a consensus that eliminates all risk, and you might get an answer 6 months later. And you can't get anything done quickly in Japan as a result of this style. Although it's changing, it's not really a lack of leadership, it's just part of the culture. Things take a while to get done, even in the digital era. And the PCR testing is one where I think we could switch to better testing. Saliva testing, tests that take less time. Japan should be on the forefront of testing, PCR testing, or any kind of antibody testing, but they're not. And it's just because they see the risks in it, and the consensus is that this is the best at the time, and we'll meet next week at the next meeting to discuss it, or next month at the next meeting. And by that time, it's too late. You have to have a mentality where you need to move quickly. And in this in this. Hey guys, you want some rice? It's pretty good. It's from Hawaii. Some Hawaiian rice. You know, they got somewhere to go. Three-second rule. Hmm. 10-second rule. No, I looked at it for 10 seconds. It was there for just 3. In 3 seconds, none of the bad stuff can enter. No, it fell just right there. It's clean area. I'm not going to show it to you now. Oh, stop it. You've never done that before. What a waste it would be to throw away a piece of delicious lettuce just because it touched just like 10% of it touched maybe that piece of wood. No, that's not right. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, Japan is not a perfect place. We still use fax machines here. Just the other day, a client asked me to fax an estimate to them. So I had to go to the supermarket, had a fax machine, and paid 200 yen to fax them a copy because I don't want to buy a fax machine. I asked, can I scan it and send you a PDF or take a picture of it and send you a PDF? And they said, no, we want to scan, fax. So despite all of the high-tech stuff that we hear about Japan, it's also a place where things move quite slowly. Newspapers are still read here in Japan. People still use fax machines. The amount of flip phones in Japan, it's incredible how many people still use flip phones. And there's nothing wrong with the flip phone. It looks like Star Trek from the 1960s, and 10 years ago they were really cool, but not so much now. Not so much now. But we've seen this in the pandemic where Japan is a lot slower as a result of this to address issues that are critical. And if they don't have a plan in place, to make one takes quite a long time. I think they have a lot of contingency plans, but you always have to update these. Well, we will see. Right now, though, once they get it right, though, then they start to perfect it, and it keeps getting perfect and perfect and perfect. And I think by the time that the 2021 Olympics come, Japan's going to be really on the ball, and we'll have like 5-second PCR testing, like every 10 minutes. It'll just be like they can test you by looking at you. Maybe, I don't know. They'll have some sort of neat technology, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. Once there's momentum, anything new takes a long time to adjust, but once there's momentum into it, they do move quite quickly here in Japan. And as somebody who's lived here for 23 years, I've seen amazing change. In the last 5 years have changed more than maybe in the last 15 years, and it just keeps getting faster and faster because we all know that life has to change. Wow. That's good. So, where does that leave us? The next 6 months? I've got a very optimistic outlook. As many of you know, oh look, we got a new member. Tada! Welcome. Dune Insider. We almost have 100 insiders. It's amazing. I have a new secret stream coming at a secret time in a secret place soon, and I also have a new Japan insider update notes. The last one on Koya-san was very popular, so I'll have another one in a week, maybe by the weekend. Jeffrey, Shuri, Jamie. Hi, John. Money for disposable brain. Snagged. Why is it that bad? It's supposed to be stylish. Watching with my son Jamie. Hey Jamie, who's homesick. Japan, USA, and Australia have a number of anti-mask Karens. I wouldn't use that word. I think I might get in trouble, Jeffrey. But does Japan have their own anti-mask people? I have a friend named Karen. And she wears a mask. I just put that out there. But She was my ex-babysitter when I was a kid. Saw her on Facebook. She had a mask. Um, no, I think that though most people are wearing masks, like 95%. There's some people that don't wear masks, but it's not really too much of an issue. You just stay away from them. Um, I think in the summer there are people that don't want to wear masks, but I haven't seen any fighting. Just people stay away from those people, and life moves on. There are people who are breaking social norms. All right, just today, I had to buy this mask pack because when I was riding my bicycle, my mask flew off into an area that I could not go in and get it back. So I had to go into the department store, the pharmacy, and not speak anything and buy these masks without a mask on. But a lot of stores now have taken precautions with vinyl coverings, and staff have face shields, and everyone has alcohol at the door, which is basically, if somebody has something bad, it basically doesn't have any purpose at all other than it might limit it a little bit. But I've seen, though, that compared to 5 months ago, 4 months ago, we're so much more prepared. But we're not there yet. Just yesterday, Governor Koike, the governor of Tokyo, who's also the mayor, Tokyo's actually a state, she just released these stickers that have a beautiful rainbow that go around it. And restaurants and stores that are adhering to protocol for the pandemic put this sticker out in the front so you can feel safe that the chef and the owner and the staff have studied and adhered to the protocols. And I think there's a little bit of an examination or something that staff has to take to make sure they're following policies and closing on time and things like this to keep everybody safe. And that's a good thing. Just it brings more, I don't know, it's kind of a government thing to do, but it also brings a lot more attention to the fact that this is not over. We still got a long way to go. And I thought it was pretty good. If you Google it, you'll see it. Japan's coronavirus stickers, Tokyo's stickers for the city of Tokyo. Small things like this do help. You're going to see the stickers everywhere in the next week, I think, on other YouTubers. It's getting super hot. Super hot. Going back to the next 6 months, I'm quite optimistic about this because I'm seeing that we are returning back to normal life, but differently. And I mean that we're more prepared. We're taking more precautions. People are not going out unless it's work related. And I think that we have to keep in mind that work related activities that are essential for you to take care of your family, you have to go out and travel. There's really no way around it. The economy still has to continue, and filming the episodes is going to be quite risky for me. I'm 46. I'm not sure if I'm high risk or not. I don't know, but I know that I don't want to catch it, and I don't want to give it to anybody, and I have to take as many precautions as possible. In the next 6 months, I just have to continue working and be really careful with social distancing, wearing face shields on the Shinkansen, masking it up, staying away from people, thinking about my family, thinking about Kanai before myself, and doing things if I don't need to go out, staying home, things like this. My mindset has changed quite a bit, and going forward, I'm optimistic because I can work again. More things are open. People are inviting me. Kanazawa invited me over a month ago to come and film there and make that episode, 400 years eating food. So I'm quite thankful for that, and the trust that they put in me to also take precautions. And I'll be doing more and more of that traveling to bring you these episodes as long as I can. I also started the fireworks event. A lot of you know about it. We've already been funded 100%. We're trying to get a stretch goal to get the 200% funded, which means that we're going to do a second. And this, I guess I can announce it now. Why not? Okay, this is a big announcement. Okay, we're doing the stretch goal is a second fireworks festival that I'll live stream too, and it is at. Thank you so much. We see somebody who's donated to that. I'm going to be, you remember Honda-san, the guy who made the Yonshakodama, the biggest firework in the world, 420 kilograms, made an episode on that. A great story. Such a nice guy. He said that he would make us some shakodama, and this is kind of a rare thing. and we can't fire them off in Akita, so we have to pick another date in October. And I'm gonna add this all into the documentary, which is gonna make the documentary so much more diverse and colorful and focus on size and beauty. So it's also gonna be the massive size of the fireworks, and we're gonna be massive size of the fireworks in Katakai, but and also the beauty of it at in Akita when we fire those off. And I think we're going to see two different sides of the fireworks industry. This documentary is getting better and better. So I can't thank you enough for fighting it out and trying to get to that second stretch goal. It's 5 million yen, which is like something like $50,000, but you will get a nice video in return. I promise you that. And it's something. The access is incredible. I'll be able to put cameras near the cannons, fly drones. Apparently, we still have to check on that and get permits, but we'll be able to fly drones. I'll be able to have cameras from all these different angles, interviews with the masters, the pyrotechnicians, people who've been making fireworks for generations, get you into the factories and show you how they make the fireworks shells, how they package them up together, how they light it off, what do they put in the bottom of the cannons to put that up. And also the most important and critical element of this video is, this video I hope will change the way that you see fireworks and your perception of it, because Japan has a different way to see them than I think in other countries. They have a different way when they look up at it, many people. It's sort of somewhat similar to the cherry blossoms. It's just a beautiful thing that you see for just a small time, and then it's gone. And it leaves you an impression on your life. So fireworks is an important culture in Japan, going back all the way to 1733, actually the 1600s, but the first fireworks festival in 1733 after the famine where 900,000 people died. And I'm connecting this with that because I think historically it's pretty cool to see how people were in the past, which was in the Edo period, and see if we can take that kind of hope and passion from that they had then after their famine and apply that to our pandemic in the second half of 2020. It's something that I'm super looking forward to. And again, like, thank you so much for the support there and getting us to very close to $50,000, which is way more than I expected. We were funded in 10 days and I didn't promote it very well. And now we still have 2 weeks left, which is insane to me. It's really insane. We have the best community on the internet by far. It's good Mookie tea. Any questions? This is a time where you guys can let me know what you're thinking. Adam Penna from New Hampshire. Hey, Adam, you look good for 46. I feel good. Irvan, gimbal donation, and Irvan, it's been ordered, buddy. It's been ordered. It's at 31,000. All right, we're getting close to 50,000. So that'd be pretty good. I'm making friends with the pigeons here. Yeah. New member here. Hey, Sina. Welcome to the Travelers. Much appreciated for joining the memberships here. And Craig Kawaguchi, big thumbs up from Hibbleman. Look, you know what? You can't, that beer is gone now. It's been in the sun now for a while. What's planned for your 47th birthday? Don't know. Let's see, let's think about that next February. Don't the pigeons, they say pigeons are man's best friend for no reason. That's probably true. All right, let me give them some rice here. That's how they talk when they're mating. I'm gonna put it here, see if they can come close. Oh, he heard it. She heard my mating call. Listen. She heard it. Come on. No. Or maybe she did hear it and it was not good. All right, but let's keep it down. No more mating calls. To make my wife jealous. Oh, it's out there for them. Kristen L. for the Flyaway Mask Fund. Literally, was coming down the hill and All it takes is for the wind to come in a little bit, and then whoosh, off it went, and I was maskless. It's like a superhero. Imagine if that happened to Spider-Man or Batman or one of the... Look, they flew away, the pigeons. Could have been the calling. So good. Good thing you aren't a lacador. What is that? Lacador. You'd get fined in Melbourne. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll get fined here. Maybe I shouldn't do it. I mean, I didn't break any laws yet. They haven't eaten it. How are you supposed to make friends if you can't, you know, they should sell pigeon food, really. Fuzzy-faced dog for John, the comedian jokes. If you speak English as a second language, it's way, way funnier. It's way, way funnier. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty optimistic, and a lot of people are thinking that the Olympics will be canceled. No way. No way. The show must go on. That's really good. The Olympics will go on. Maybe not without you. Maybe without you, but they will go on. And I think it's just about testing and protocol. I've already gone over this, but if the testing can get better and you can get results in 5 minutes, you can test before you do a wrestling competition. And if neither of you have antibodies, then I think that you can go ahead and wrestle. I think testing is going to be that fast. And to dismiss something a year away is ridiculous. Technology and precautions and remedies and medicines move much quickly in a world like this, and we're at the 6-month stage where we can see a little bit better on where this is going to be going. And to cancel it in this far in advance means it's a business decision and not a scientific decision. And I don't know. I'm an optimist, but if we lose the 2020 Olympics for good, that's really going to hurt Japan and kind of take a little bit of hope away for the future of the city. Never mind that, though. The good thing, and if you do keep positive from this, is because of the Olympics, the infrastructure of the city is so much better. It's been renovated in so many key parts that were so old and aged, and now the city has gotten a facelift in many ways. Just like in '64, it created a new highway system, created new buildings and changes, and a rapid development for the next 20 years. And I think Tokyo might become one of those hubs, because the Chinese cities are so high-tech and so new. Tokyo really needed to renovate its system or renew its system a little bit, and this was a perfect timing for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, held or not held. But I still am optimistic. It's blazing out here. It's blazing here too. There's a nice breeze, though. So there you have it. Yeah, I don't see too many questions. Nosh, moderators, were there any questions I met? Maybe we can get to $32,000 by the time this live stream ends. So if you wanted to, click the like button for sure, and let's see if we can get to get the message out there and try to make this fireworks project even bigger. On Friday. So oh. I released. I think I can show it to you. Hold on. Oh. What do I have it here? Okay, I do. Okay. Here's the design for. It's really light here. Can you see it? You can't see it. It's too bright. This is the design for the fireworks poster, and at night you can see Kanai and I on the bridge there. Do you see that? It's on the Kickstarter page if you want to go over there. It's beautifully done. I'm going to be sending the postcards out. Postcards with that design, as well as posters and uchiwa, which are Japanese fans, and blue sheets, so you can feel a part of Japanese fireworks, summer culture at your home. And as I like to camp in my living room, you too can can celebrate fireworks and watch the documentary in your living room on a blue sheet with a fan and a towel, just like we do in Japan. And that's sort of my image. Cheesy, yes. Effective? I don't know. We'll see. People seem to be enjoying the packages that we have there. And I'm going to add in posters to the other tiers. Probably Friday, Saturday morning, you'll see some new tier rewards on the Kickstarter page. So if you go and you back that project, go back and look at it this weekend. And maybe you want to upgrade it if you wanted to get a poster, or if you wanted to sponsor a Shakudama, which is, it's actually $1,000 for this massive watermelon-sized shell that might do a smiley face, that might do a red color or a blue color. You can write a message, and we can tape that message to the fireworks shell. In fact, if you back this, you can send that message to me, and I can tape that letter to your fireworks shell as we launch that mama into the sky and watch it, you know, explode. Which is kind of cool. So you can do that with that. And we're happy to give shout outs too. If you have a YouTube channel or an Instagram, I can shout out if you do go that distance, because every single firework that we make, every shell we make, helps the industry cope with the loss of jobs and gives somebody a job, as well as gives us hope to see something beautiful. Oh, that's a good question here. Are Matsuri still happening? No, they've been canceled, but we can make our own, and we can add to other festivals that might be taking place. Omagari and Aomori, we're still kind of evolving to see how this is going to be working 100%. I want to find the way that we can make the biggest impact with the money that we're going to be giving to the Fireworks Association to make these fireworks. So the way that we can make the biggest impact will be the direction that we go. But I have been given access to see behind the scenes and all the stuff that you need to make a really good documentary. And that excites me as a creator. Yeah. The fireworks will be on our wedding day. Really? Oh, that's awesome. You missed a super chat from Hesky. Okay. So let me go back and get the super chats here. Can we somehow get them to put an image of your matcha face? What? Hey, you know what? If someone wants to sponsor one and say, please put that image on there, I would comply. All right. I'm flexible. I'm flexible. Can't wait for the postcard plus video. I believe yeah, that's right. You ordered it. So yeah, that'll be coming out there as soon as I finish editing it, which should probably be in a month or so. Can tiers be changed when they are additional ones added? Yeah, this is a food loaf. You can change the tier. You can alter your reward pledge until September 5th, until the campaign ends. You can change, you could even cancel if you wanted to. I shouldn't say that, but you could cancel if you wanted to as well. You can change your pledge. You can either upgrade or downgrade too. You can look on the Kickstarter page every now and then. If somebody leaves an early bird, you can pick that up too. So there's a lot of things, a lot of possibilities to find new ways to generate more money for this project. And if there are things that I can give you to do that, then I want to help you connect with Japanese fireworks and Japanese summer. It's pretty cool. When are you adding the option? I said take a look on the weekend, probably Friday night in Japan, and then on the weekend you'll be able to see this with about 2 weeks to go with the project. So the push in the last 2 weeks, I'm going to really push this hard to try to get to the finish line. Yeah, floating candles would be a nice idea. That's nice. There's a lot of things here. Thanks for the answer. No downgrade, only upgrades. When are you adding options? Okay, let me take a look and see. I missed some stuff here. Thanks, Nosh, for the upgrade. Nick Chong. Hey, John, have you been to the new Miyashita Rooftop Park? I'm going to be going there tomorrow. I was going to go there today, but this is my gimbal has not been doing too well. I didn't want to go all the way out there and then not be able to live stream because the gimbal was having problems. So the gimbal is actually going to be delivered this afternoon. So I'll be able to go tomorrow morning to the Shibuya area for episodes that you might know what I'm going to be filming. It's going to be early, but I'll be there tomorrow morning. So I will be there. Thanks for that, Nick. Spike021, have you seen the Sony Rion Pocket air conditioner? No, but I've seen some of these belt clip air conditioners, but they work pretty good. A lot of the not UPS, but the delivery guys have them on their belts, and they're pushing air up into their shirts, which keeps them really cool. Yeah. Sina writes in here from Canada. Hi, John. Do you think the long decision-making traditions are more of an older generation thing or things that have changed? That's a good question. I think it's double-fold. I think that is an old traditional thing, but it's made to reduce risk. Meaning, if everybody checks off on this and everybody understands it and everybody is in the same direction, then it has, on the other side of it, there's no blame because everybody supported it. But more than that, there's also a consensus, meaning that we all agree that this is the way to go, so this is the way we're all gonna go. Then people all comply. So there's some good things with the way that Japanese make the decisions, but there's also some bad things in the sense that it takes a really long time, and sometimes it's the wrong decision, and you go against, the voices of the few who might know a little bit more, and then the many end up getting it. So it goes up to your leadership to be able to make those calls to say maybe we need to discuss this longer, and then sometimes it takes a longer time to reach that consensus. In the business world, it's a tough thing. You have to be really patient. But I make videos for YouTube, but I also have my own business, and I work for other clients. I make videos and consult with other clients. And when I do, sometimes it takes an extended amount of time to get things done, but you never give up, and you just understand that it just takes time to be patient. When you invoice a client in Japan, you'll do it before the end of the month, and then you might not get paid for 2 months. I want you to wrap that around your head. When you start a new job, your first paycheck might not come for 2 months. They first bill, and then there's a month to register, and then the next month you're paid at the end of the month. It's just the way that the Japan system works. You just have to be patient, but everything works out in the end. But when you feel the need for speed, it's kind of hard. Bob Joe has some vending machine funds, and Hesky, hey, from Singapore. If this global pandemic is over, would you try to go to Taiwan? Yes, and fermented bee gerd. I will totally. I really would love to go to Taiwan. I haven't been there in 20 years, and I have so many friends there, and we have a pretty good following in Taiwan. That'd be a great thing. The great thing about having this John Dub channel is that it's not exclusive to just only in Japan now. I can travel outside and take a look at different stories. I probably won't do that very often, but the added flexibility is a good thing. It's good to be flexible. Kanai's a dancer. She's very flexible. She tells me that all the time. Stretch more, John. It's hard. It's very hard. I think I got all of the support here, and I really do appreciate the support because it helps me do more stuff here. I've only been the last 6 months. I've just been relying on Go because I didn't have another channel to. Patreon and Go, because I didn't have a main channel to get revenue from. So it's been a really big year for transition. 2020 in general, not talking about the pandemic, has been really, really tough for Kanai and I. But I think we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. It's still far away. All right, please don't take the precautions lightly. Keep wearing your mask. Keep protecting your family, and don't go out unless you really need to. But we can see that testing is getting better. They're working harder on the vaccine. We're getting in the third rounds of testing. The rates are leveling off a little bit. Turn off the TV and start reading a book. I think you all know what you need to do. All right, you don't need to watch the TV and keep watching the updates and seeing the back and forth between talking heads. Read a book, turn on YouTube, go to my friend Kevin Riley's cooking channel and make a dish. All right, Kevin Riley has some of the best YouTube videos on cooking, I think, and he only has 8,800 subscribers. After like 2 years of constantly uploading food videos, the guy only has 8,800 subscribers, and I'm so embarrassed as a friend not being able to help push him to 10,000 subscribers at least, and I feel really that I could do more. Go and watch Kevin Riley's channel, and you will feel so happy and so good watching Kuma the bear make food and enjoy cooking. It's just such a fun thing to watch Kevin Riley cooking if you've known him from the show. So if you do, go over to Kuma's Kitchen and subscribe, please, because nothing makes me happier than seeing our friends succeed, right? And he works so darn hard on that channel. Please give him some love and check out all the hard work that he's been doing through the pandemic too, and trying to make something happen. Peter as well. He's working really hard on his moto vlogs. It's a beautiful boat there. Wonder if they have a Gillette razor for me, because I could use a shave. One day I shall have a boat, and when that day happens, you shall come with me. I shall take you across the Pacific, back to America the hard way. Like most of your daimyo packages across the ocean. I've learned that the post office, which is a big topic now, and something that I was going to talk about because it's in the news a lot in the United States, but the post office in Japan has been struggling just like all the worldwide post offices the last 6 months. Packages from Japan to the United States are not possible unless you're paying a lot of money, and if you are you have to send everything by ocean, by sea mail. And I've been sending packages by sea mail, and it takes an estimated 6 to 9 weeks to arrive, but they get there. They arrive okay. So a big thank you to our Patreon supporters for the patience to do that. And the melted chocolates, you know, they have unique shapes. Put them in the freezer, they'll be good. Just roll Timmy around, he'll be fine. Yeah. And support our local post office. That's another thing. Getting lost and all this are our postal workers. Just they're working pretty hard. I heard that they're doing deliveries on Sunday in some places to catch up. And yeah, our postal workers don't get enough attention. And you know, the post office is a community place where we can all meet one another out of the digital world. So buy some stamps. It's like war bonds, I guess. Support your post office, buy some stamps, and send some postcards. Send some postcards to the people that you know. Maybe that's a good thing that you can do. Write letters to the people that you miss if you have free time. Yeah, that postage stamp will help buy new equipment and things like this. I'm one of the post office's best customers in my area with all the postcards that we send in there. Oh, just a couple of things here. Big thank you to my friend Dan and Lincoln. They sent me this amazing bag. I'll probably do another shout out later because this is an hour into it, but this is such a cool bag. It's a good size, and I'm learning from them how to sell merchandise. So they're making such good quality stuff. And it's more than that. They've added secret pockets into this bag. Yeah, I know. I'm really impressed with this. This is the first edition What's Inside bag, and I like the colors on it. They did a really good job with designing it, but there's like secret pockets inside of here. Not more than one. But, you know, he's such a good friend. I just wanted to get this water bottle though, and I got a bag with it. So much love to the guys, Lincoln and Dan and the family. But here's their water bottle made out of stainless steel, and it got a straw in there, but it's really well made. Beautiful logo on the front of it. So I'm impressed. We needed this for the summer, so I figured I would buy these from my friend instead of ordering them on Amazon, and they came, Dan, in 3 days from America. That's crazy. And 2 postcards I have going out to wow, it's bright. These postcards are of Lake Biwa. This is a Shirahige Shrine. This going out to Diana in Singapore and Jesse in California. So Jesse and Diana in Singapore, you guys are getting your cards sent today. I'm gonna put it in the mailbox on my way back. I love this bag, Dan. I can put the postcards in this pocket. This has everything. My gimbal goes here. My tripod and camera go inside here, and there's a space for my laptop. It's perfect. And I wasn't even interested in the bag. I actually just wanted the water bottle. I got the bag, and the bags are kick-ass. They're really good. They're really good. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Put it in the freezer. Keep your video equipment cool. Absolutely. Take care of your equipment, and your equipment will take care of you. Unless it's the R5, it'll just overheat and then get on fire and create everything in your bag and make it really hot. But I got a feeling that Canon's going to be pretty big in 2021. They're going to fix this. They have the best lenses. You guys can disagree with me. Thanks, everybody, for watching. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below. I want to say to Papa Dut, wise words, John. Thank you, Papa. Much appreciated. Much love from Tokyo, Japan. Love from Tibet. Absolutely. I got so many travel stories that I should tell you. Next time we have to stay at home or something, I'm gonna get the photo album and I'll take you to Tibet with me and to Cambodia. I've been to 72 countries backpacking and had a pretty incredible life that a lot of you might not even know about yet. Maybe I'll start to share a little bit more of that with you over the next couple of months as I try to get the new channel to grow. Getting closer to 100,000 subscribers has been pretty cool. Have a good day, everybody. Good night. And enjoy the last 20 seconds enjoying Tokyo Bay with the Rainbow Bridge in the distance. We're live from Tokyo. Definitely hit the subscribe button and check out the new channel with 2 new episodes over 20 minutes long. Amazing stories from Kanazawa and Hokkaido. Bye, everybody. Stay safe the next 6 months. Hit that like button. I always forget to say that. Hit that like button.